Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. My criminal case on Facebook. Let's head on to case number 20. Yes, I am here. Yes, I am still alive. All will be revealed next Tuesday. Some crazy things have been happening, and you all know at that point. Well, Ace, I suppose it's another late shift for us, but crime and Sinner's End mostly happens at night. At least our stay has been productive so far. We learned that the Sinner's End is controlled by the Flanagan gang, a brother-sister duo of criminals. The sister takes care of the alcohol side of the business, but given the recent decision to prohibit the sale of liquor, I believe we should focus our efforts on the brother. We already know that Finley Flanagan, also known as Mad Dog, was bribing Chief Inspector Halstead. Unfortunately, the proof we have will not stand in front of a jury without Halstead's testimony, which he stubbornly refused to give. We want to put Finley behind bars. We need to unearth more dirt about him. Finley runs a number of brothels in Sinner's End, but his exact whereabouts are unknown. If we wish to find him, we should start by... Ace, I hate to interrupt, but there's a Madame Zhang here to see you. Wait, Madame Zhang? The brothel owners whose establishment burned down in New Haven? Well, what are you waiting for? You bring her in. Senior Trooper Ace, you must come quickly. There's been a murder at my Dove Den. A murder? Ace, let's head into Madame Zhang's brothel at once. Perfect. Thank you guys for all your kind words. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Holy moly. That's a view. Right, let's go into Dove Den. Let's see how good I can be at. Yeah, that's that doesn't look good. Okay, so just see the baseball bat. Torn card. Frog and dog. And a tie. Only 2 clues? That's interesting. Thanks, Flora. I am doing well. Oh, Senior Trooper Ace, you must remove that body immediately. I cannot have other clients seeing a customer in that state. It would kill their good spirits. Madame Zhang, please, a man is dead. You see, this gentleman was a customer, so he was here to avail himself of your services? Quite. He was a regular. Mr. Bauer finished his appointment with one of my best girls. We shall require a word with this woman, given she was the last one to see the victim alive. Unfortunately, the poor thing has run away in shock. I don't have the faintest idea where she is. I see. Well, if you could step to one side, Madame Zhang, we shall question you further in an instant. Ace, I must say that being in such an establishment is causing me a moderate to high amount of discomfort. Though I imagine not as much as discomfort as this gentleman must have suffered, the candlestick holder's been thrust into his eye sockets. And thank goodness, I see you found a clue. Let's piece together that torn card quickly. I do not wish to spend a minute longer here than necessary. Something tells me that he was being a creep and she murdered him because he was a creep. Just a guess, but I'm gonna go grab some stars. I'll be right back. It's been Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. My criminal case on Facebook. I have grabbed a bunch of stars and it is time to move forward. Interesting. So we have a business card. Will this paper be put back together, but it's an address in Elysium Fields. Whoever this belongs to must be rather well off, but there's no name, just a monogram with the letters E and W. If we wish to discover who visited Madame Zhang's establishment, we must compare this monogram to our records. E.W. I can't remember. Senior Trooper Ace, you must find Mr. Bauer's killer at once. If news of this disastrous incident becomes public, I shall no doubt lose other clients too. We shall get to the bottom of this heinous crime, Madame Zhang, but it shall be there for the sake of justice, not your business prospects. Now, what do you know about the victim? Mr. Bauer is one of my best clients. That's all I needed to know. I see. And what about your new boss, Finley Flanagan? How did you come to be working for the Irish? Times were hard off after the fire. Mr. Flanagan offered to set me up in a new place in exchange for a cut of the earnings. Beggars cannot be choosers, Senior Trooper Ace, so I took him up on it. Now, excuse me, I need to go clean the bloodstains off the upholstery. That guy's got a pretty fierce haircut. Not the best haircut in the world. I think we can all agree on that. Ooh. Elias Willingham. Fine job, Ace. The E and the W in the cross monogram refer to Mr. Elias Willingham, a gentleman of leisure. Suppose one does not need to earn a living. One is free to spend their days consorting with ladies of the night. Let's question this Mr. Willingham about his presence at the brothel. Interesting. It's a good looking chap. Mr. Willingham, this is Trooper Ace from the Flying Squad. We believe you recently visited an establishment owned by Madame Jean. Please, not so loud. People might hear. My first time frequently a femme galante, so to speak. I just saw the advertisement at the traveling fun fair, and it piqued my interest. I don't make a habit of such things, I swear. Oh, calm yourself, Mr. Willingham. We're not here to question your morals, but rather regarding the murder of a fellow client, Mr. Bauer. Oh, what a relief. I mean, not a relief for the gentleman in question, of course, but I'm afraid I can be of no use to you, Trooper Ace. I didn't see a thing. We shall investigate that fun fair you mentioned. In the meantime, don't go far. Trooper Race may well wish to speak with you again later. I call Balderdash on this guy. I call Balderdash on that. Yeah, he definitely knows something. We're on to him. Why, it's been a while since a fun fair was in town, Ace, but I see you found a bloody throw pillow. I shall leave my hat if this is not from the crime scene. Let us collect a sample of that blood at once. If our killer discarded the pillow here, they might touch this box too. Please, Ace, do the honors of looking through it. No problemo. Oh, that's creepy. Oh my gosh, that is creepy. What in heaven's name was the knife doing among those fair items, Ace? Shrewd deduction. We've seen the symbols on this knife before. They belong to... Oh yeah, that's my knife. Nobody takes Mad Dog's belonging. Guess it gets away with it? Wait, Mad Dog? With Finley Flanagan? So, you're just the man we were looking for. Before we return your knives, Trooper Ace shall have a word. Oi, oi. Alright, let's see what we can find here. Hey, so let's send the blood you collected from that throw pillow to Viola. Let's do it. You make this quick, said Trooper Ace. I ain't got no time for coppers. We shall decide how long this discussion takes, Mr. Flanagan. Oh yeah? Do you know what happens to coppers who waste my time? We're investigating a murder which took place at your establishment by Madame Jean. Do you know anything about that place? Ah, Madame Jean, you know, normally I only trust an Irishwoman to run one of my brothels, but the girls Madame Jean provides are just delicious. But I don't know nothing about no murder, Trooper Brace. Suppose you lot will just have to figure it out for yourselves. Oh, I'll be having that knife back and all. Wow, I'm sorry for caving in, Ace. Mr. Flanagan's got me in a bother. I shan't let him intimidate me next time, I promise. We should get to the bottom of this murder. Thanks. I didn't know how that Irish accent. It's probably a horrible accent, but hopefully I can keep it in character. Why, Viola, what is that overpowering odor? That, dear Isaac, is the smell of success. You see the blood from that throw pill, you did indeed belong to your victim. Ah, so Ace was right. The killer took the pillar from the brothel after the murder. But what does that have to do with the suffocating smell? I feel quite nauseous. Well, mixed with the blood, I found traces of lavender, citrus, musk, and lilac. Combine these ingredients myself in order to compare them to the fragrances on the market. And they correspond perfectly to Shenhaligon's lavender lust fragrance for men and women. The fragrance was concentrated in the bloodstains, but as your victim clearly did not bleed at all over the pillow, I can only assume it came from your killer. Ah, so we now know that our killer wears Shenhaligon's lavender lust. They won't come out of this smelling like roses. Ace, it is most unfortunate that your killer used a candlestick holder to stab your victim. Such a murder weapon provides little opportunity for self-experimentation. Anyhow, the length of these prongs means that the thrust of the face penetrated your victim's brain via his eye sockets. It killed him instantly. Prior to that, he was subject to a number of stab wounds to the torso, but these initial blows were not fatal. Oh, spare us the further details, Richard. I am quite squeamish when it comes to the subject of eyes, and this investigation has already begun on a most unpalatable note. Speaking of the unpalatable, I found traces of something fishy on the base of the candlestick holder, which your killer must have imparted when they grasped the implement. The substance left on the candlestick holder comprised of white wine vinegar, pepper, and shallots, all the ingredients needed for mignonette sauce, which is traditionally served with raw oysters. Yum. Oysters with sauce, but every fool knows that oysters are best served au natural. Sorry, Ace, there are more pressing matters at hand, you're right. Because we now know that our killer eats oysters, the world shall no longer be the oyster once you put them in jail. Dude, I so want oysters now. Ace, let's recapitulate. We have a client stabbed to death in Madame Zhang's brothel, and the girl who serviced him has disappeared. Madame Zhang herself seemed keen for us to solve the murder quickly in order to avoid losing any more customers. Well, one of said customers, Mr. Willingham, claimed he was visiting the establishment for the first time, but didn't witness the murder. Our encounter with the Irish gang leader Finley Flanagan was no more fruitful. He showed a frightful contempt for office. Ace, there's a Miss Parent here who insists on speaking with you at once. She claims you met her at the barber shop in New Haven. Miss Parent, the barber shop's help you missed while investigating Father Donovan's murder, Ace? Well, let her in, Evie. Ace, I got information about your investigation. I have. Your victim. You were the one who employed me as the Lady of the Night. I had a feeling when she popped in that she was the Lady of the Night. Wow. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in chapter 2. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.